Pedro Alonso Lopez, born the 8th of October 1948, is a Colombian serial killer and child killer who was sentenced for killing 110 girls, but who claimed to have raped and killed more than 300 girls across Colombia, Peru and Ecuador. Aside from unsighted local accounts, Lopez's crimes first received international attention from an interview conducted by Ron Leitner, a longtime freelance photojournalist who reported interviewing Lopez in his Ambato prison cell in 1980. Leitner's interviews were widely published, first in the Chicago Tribune on Sunday, the 13th of July 1980, then in the Toronto Sun and the Sacramento Bee on the 21st of July 1980. And over the years in many other North American papers and foreign publications, including the National Enquirer. Apart from Leitner's account and two brief Associated Press wire reports, the story was published in The World's Most Infamous Murders by Bohr and Blundell, and has found its way into many serial murder anthologies, both in print and online. According to Leitner's story, Lopez became known as the Monster of the Andes in 1980, when he led police to 53 graves in Ecuador. The victims were all girls 12 years of age. In 1983, he was found guilty of the murder of 110 girls in Ecuador. He further confessed to an additional 240 murders in Peru and Colombia. Early life. Lopez's mother's name was Benilda Lopez de Casaneda. According to Lopez, witnessing acts of prostitution while growing up had disturbing effects on his psyche. Subsequently, his mother caught him fondling his younger sister in 1957, when he was 8 years old, and evicted him from the family home. Pedro, who was reportedly the seventh child among 13 siblings, was polite as a boy and wanted to be a teacher according to his mother. Following this, the 8-year-old Pedro Lopez had fled to Bogotá, Colombia's capital city. Soon afterwards, he said, he had been abducted by a man and raped. At age 12, Pedro was taken in by a U.S. expatriate family and enrolled in a school for orphans. He ran away after 2 years, according to one account, because he had been molested by a male teacher. Other sources claimed that he ran away with a teacher. By the age of 18, Lopez was making a living by stealing cars and selling them to local chop shops. Murders. Lopez claimed that, during his incarceration for car theft, he was brutally gang raped, and that subsequently, while he was still in prison, he hunted down the most brutal of his rapists and killed them. He said that after being released from prison, he moved to Peru and started murdering young girls. Lopez claimed that, by 1978, he had killed over 100 girls before being caught and captured by members of an indigenous tribe. These captors were preparing to execute him, when a Christian missionary from the U.S. intervened and persuaded them to hand him over to state police. However, the police had quickly released him. Lopez said that he had subsequently returned to Colombia and later moved to Ecuador. During this period, he claimed, he had killed about 3 girls a week. Lopez said, "I like the girls in Ecuador. They are more gentle and trusting. More innocent." Lopez was arrested when an attempted abduction failed and he was trapped by market traders. The Associated Press (AP) reported that he was arrested in March 1980, and that he confessed to killing 103 girls, including 53 whose bodies had been found. In January 1981, he was convicted of 3 murders, and had confessed to 300 sexual assaults and stranglings. The police only believed his confessions when a flash flood uncovered a mass grave containing many of his victims. Release. According to the BBC, Lopez was arrested in 1980, but was freed by the government in Ecuador at the end of 1998. In an interview from his prison cell, Lopez described himself as the man of the century and said he was being released for good behavior. An A&E biography documentary reported that he was released from an Ecuadorian prison on the 31st of August 1994, then rearrested as an illegal immigrant and handed over to Colombian authorities, who charged him with a 20-year-old murder. He was declared insane and held in the psychiatric wing of a Bogotá hospital. In 1998, he was declared sane and released on $50 bail, subject to certain conditions. He later absconded. The same documentary says that Interpol released an advisory for his rearrest by Colombian authorities over a fresh murder in 2002, and he is currently wanted by the police. His whereabouts are unknown as of 2021. Coverage. The 2006 edition of the Guinness World Records credited López as being the most prolific serial killer. The listing was removed after complaints that it made a competition out of murder. See also List of fugitives from justice who disappeared. List of serial killers by number of victims. References